channel. Welcome back to Claiborne. So before I get started, I want to say thank you, Deb at Spring Meadows Farm and Garden. I just received my boxes of offerings from your garden. Thank you, thank you. It's going to be great. Grilled asparagus on my grill is going to be wonderful. I just reciprocated by sending her off a box of offerings from my garden. And I also, while I was at that lovely post office, I needed to mail a letter to my daughter. So I used one of my junk mail envelopes, you know, the kind that you get in junk mail. I've been doing it for years. I've been using these. Okay, I got schooled by the lady there in the office after she told me the parameters of her job, and we established that. Again, she schooled me on using these envelopes. She didn't enlighten me or educate me, and I was standing there dumbfounded. I was also quite embarrassed because there were people behind me, and who wants to be schooled as an adult in front of other people? I don't like to be schooled. You can explain things to me, but don't school me on it. Oh, I can't stand that. So I took all my little negative ball of feelings, got in my car, went home, and for a moment, I felt kind of dejected and sad and felt like I should have said something about the environment. I lost an opportunity, and I did lose an opportunity. That's why I did my research when I got home, and so I want to share some of what I learned when I got home. I want to share it with you, and I'm going to try not to lose you in these stats, so I'm going to try to go through this as quick as possible. Stick with me here, okay? This is important. 40% of the world's timber is used in paper production. 40% of the world's timber. They're not making affordable housing with it. They're not even making lumber affordable for us to build our own stuff. No, it goes into paper. So the lady at the post office, she's a paper pusher. The timber industry is responsible for endangering species and loss of habitat. 30 million acres of forest per year are lost to the paper production. The bleaching chemicals that are used in the paper, they're just a wastewater product, and they go back into the soil and eventually end up in our drinking water. 1 ton of paper, which is like one roll, 1 ton of paper to produce 250 gallons of fuel. Paper is the 5th largest consumer of the world's energy. Or in other words, they use 4% of the world's energy. 442 million metric tons. 442 million metric tons of paper are produced per year. They are made with renewable and non-renewable resources. They take the wood from any kind of tree, they slur it down into a liquid, then they pour all this bleach in it, and then they pour all these other chemicals into it to make it a little bit tougher and more water resistant. There is a lot of pollution involved to create paper. They have to use 17 trees per ton of paper. It also is they also use sodium hydroxide, sodium sulfide, you can look that up. And then they also use other products such as clay, starch, resin, alum. There's 2 different types of glue. There's glue on the sides of it from plants, and then there's a glue that we can lick that's in Arabic. It's made from the gum tree, so we can actually lick that glue. So, okay, does it biodegrade in a landfill? Yes, it does eventually, but it also releases ethane gas. Or is it ethane or methane? I forget. I think it's methane. It releases methane gas, which, you know, adds to the problem. And these little bits of cellophane, they take forever. So, like, even if you tear that out and then try to compost this little cellophane thing here is still sitting in a landfill and trying to biodegrade. So, what can you do about it? What can you do about it? Well, the next time anybody tells you you can't reuse these envelopes, tell them, oh, poo-poo, yes, I can. First of all, this little symbol right here, all that does is tell the machine which way to read your envelope. As long as you know how to address an envelope, that part there is fine. You can cross it out with a marker if you want to. If there are any barcodes anywhere on the envelope, then you absolutely do have to fully mark those out. And it can electronically read it and send it to the wrong place. It could send it back to this business. So you can also, if you don't want to sit there and mark all of that out, you can get the kids involved in this. 2 little props. 2 little props. Now quickly, stick with me here. I'm going to try to show you how to do this. You can flip your envelopes inside out. It only takes a second, and the kids absolutely can help you do this. Just a drop of water. All it takes is a drop of water. See, I don't have to do that one. There's no barcodes on it. There's barcodes on this one, so I'll do this one. Just down the edges. All you have to do is the edges where it's stuck, where that glue is stuck. So here it was this way, and on here it was up and down. So all you're doing, don't wet this. You don't want to wet this lickable glue. You only want to wet these sides. Then you see it just pulls apart so fast, so easy. And like I said, you can totally get the kids involved. It takes no skill whatsoever. All you do then is turn it inside out. Take your little fun glue and glue your edges back down. A tiny, tiny little bit of glue is all you need. And that glues right back down. Now, what do you do with this flap? All you do is leave the flap alone, and then when you go to mail your letter, lick it as normal and put the glue to the inside like that. And that's how you get these. No barcodes, no nothing. No nothing for the angry postal worker lady to fuss at you about. It only takes a second. You can get the kids involved, and you absolutely can feel good about doing this. This is another one of those videos where I combined environmentalism, easy peasy, environmentalism that you can do every single day, with how not to let that darkness get you down. When that lady schooled me on that, I came home and I educated myself. Now, I got the facts, honey. I got the facts. For a paper pusher, she should have the facts. I'm not even a paper pusher, and now I have the facts, and now you guys have the facts. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope I enlightened you as to the world of paper production and your little stand that you can make against it for the environment. All right, guys, love and light, blessed be.